Hello, Eagle fans, and welcome to Dare to Soar, the show where you will hear all about Pinnacle Classical Academy, Cleveland County's first and only public charter school. My name is Wendy Clary. I am the Dean of Elementary Education at the K3 campus on South Post Road, where we have a little over 400 scholars who have started the 2024-2025 school year in such a strong way. We are off and running with so many things that we are looking forward to this fall. One of the things that we are super excited about is a chili cook-off that our parents have organized for this to happen at one of their peak meetings, and that is parents encouraging academic knowledge. We also have several college t-shirt days that our students are looking forward to, and this is a way that we can celebrate that college preparatory part of our mission for our school. We have a wonderful fall festival that is coming up. Again, this is something that is sponsored by our parents, our Peak organization, and this is not just for our current students and their extended families, but this is also for the community and for any of our prospective families that may be thinking about joining Pinnacle Classical Academy. We encourage you to check out our information on Facebook and also on Instagram. You can also go to our website, or you can give the schools a call to get any information about this upcoming event. We are super excited that we are able to offer this to our community and to prospective families that are coming. We would like for you to also keep in mind a day that is very important to us. This is our enrollment kickoff day, and this will be at the Uptown Livermush Festival coming up, and this is a time where we will have representatives from our school who will be at our booth that can answer questions that you may have if you are considering joining our institution and our school. So if you have any questions, bring them that day. I'm sure there will be some Pinnacle swag that they can give out, and we will also have some initial applications that you can fill out that day, or you can take home and fill out and return to us. So we are really excited about kicking off that enrollment in October. We have a lot of teachers and educators at our school who are very qualified and highly dedicated. And with me today, I have the privilege and the honor of sharing one of those educators with you and introducing Miss Erica Worthen. Thank you, Erica, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So something that you may not know about Miss Worthen is that she is amazing, but she's also our K3 Teacher of the Year for this year. And so we are so proud of you. Were you surprised to get that honor?
I was very surprised. I was shocked.
But you're so humble anyway. Like you would just glance over that. So can you tell everybody, like, when did you start teaching? How long have you been teaching? And maybe some of your experiences that you've had.
So I started teaching in the public school system in 2016. Prior to that, I had worked in daycare. So that was the start of my educational experience, and I've taught within traditional school settings. I've also taught in the alternative school setting. So most of my career has been with middle and high school students, and last year was my first experience with elementary.
And what did you think about that experience?
I love it. I love it.
Clearly, you got Teacher of the Year. I was going to say, you got Teacher of the Year, so it had to have been such a positive experience.
Yes, very much so. I found my tribe.
You found your tribe. I love that. I love that. So what is your favorite thing about teaching?
My favorite thing about teaching would probably have to be when the students get it, and when they are able to connect what we've learned in class to the real world and with things that they've learned previously. And when that spark goes off, they are just so ready to absorb more. And
that's our curriculum. It spirals and it builds, knowledge builds on knowledge. And so whenever they are able to make those connections, you just feel this certain amount of, oh, they got it.
Yes.
They got it. I did it. I did it. They did it. Well, okay, so what would you think is your favorite thing about Pinnacle Classical Academy as an educator?
As an educator, my favorite thing about Pinnacle is the fact that we are trusted to be professionals. We have the freedom to run our classrooms as professionals, and we're not boxed in. With Pinnacle, having a classical curriculum, we're able to expand, and the kids are able to open their minds to experiences and things that they may never have thought of before.
Well,
So
I
it's
know
very free.
I agree. I agree 100% because I too came from a traditional public background, and as a teacher, the first year that I was teaching at Pinnacle, I just honestly could not believe the content and the material that we have the honor of sharing with our students so that their minds can be broadened and things can be connected as they move through that classical model later on after they leave us and they go into the next two phases of the trivium. So that's really, I agree with you 100% on that. I will say that one of the things that I really, really love about what I like when I come into your classroom and I get to experience the Worthing classroom experience is the fact that you encourage your students to think independently and together as well, but you want them to have that productive struggle to the point that you don't hand them all the answers, that you want them to think for themselves, which again is part of that classical model.
Right. We work through it. If they don't know the answer, I ask them to tell me what you do know. What do you know about this topic? And then we build on. Okay, let's see if your friends can help you. If they don't get the answer the first time, I'll ask another student, and then we go back. Okay, so what did so-and-so say? What's the answer to that question? So
I love it. I love it. So I guess what would be, if you were able to share any advice with parents who may be on the fence or who may be thinking about, well, I'm not sure if this is the right direction, what would be some advice that you would give to parents when they're thinking about choosing Pinnacle for a school?
I would want parents to think about what's important to them. What is your goal for your children's education? Pinnacle offers a rigorous curriculum, but it is one that will completely expand their horizons. They will be able to soar. You know, that's our motto. We want them to soar.
That's right.
And definitely come visit the campus, see what we have to offer, talk to current parents and students and see what they love about the school. And also check out our test scores.
I love it. I love it. Test scores, but word of mouth, and there's no substitute for those testimonials,
Right.
that the personal testimonials that people give day in and day out. So, well, thank you for being with us today. Thank you for representing the K-3 campus as this year's Teacher of the Year, and thank you for always giving 110% of everything that you have for our students and to our staff. We truly appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here and joining us today. We will be right back with more news about Pinnacle Classical Academy students and staff. But if you are trying to decide if you would like to be a part of our amazing school, just take a quick look at this short video, Why Choose PCA?
Our motto says it all, dare to soar. We're going to push your child to not just want to do good, we're going to push them to actually do good.
Whether they are soaring out of elementary into intermediate, or whether they're soaring out of intermediate into middle school, or middle school into high school into college, there's so many milestones that we are able to celebrate with our students. When our students are successful and soaring, that brings a smile to all of our faces.
Welcome back. We are so glad to have you watching Dare to Soar, the TV show about Pinnacle Classical Academy. I am Shelley Shope. I'm the headmaster of Pinnacle. It's been a while since I've been here, so I'm super excited to be back on today. And with me, I have Miss Angela Brooks, our high school dean, who is wonderful. I don't know if anybody said that lately to you. Who is wonderful.
You're too kind.
And she will get us started off this afternoon.
Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us today. It's so good to be back on the set and to share with all of our audience about all the wonderful things going on at Pinnacle. October is quite a busy month. We have a lot of things going on, and the big thing in high school world right now is college. We have College Application Week starting up and college application month. So we are definitely encouraging our students to apply, and we have several of our students here who have put their applications in, they've got their fingers crossed, and we are just waiting for the good news, because I know that they are going to just have lots of acceptances as always, and it's just a fun time to celebrate with our families for sure.
I love the day that you spend with them and helping them and coaching them and just getting them ready and thinking in that mindset. It is exciting. It's a little sad and a little bit of a tearjerker, and I know this year for you as well, since you have a senior this year. But it's always great to see them and see them be ready and up for the next steps of their life.
And this is what we're preparing them for.
That's right.
And so throughout the month of October, all of our students, K-12, are going to be participating in various activities, getting them ready and getting them thinking about college, whether it's a college t-shirt day, or whether they're researching colleges in middle school, or whether they're looking at ways to pay for college in high school. All of our grade levels are doing something to promote that college culture at Pinnacle. And we do have one special day for our seniors planned, and it is October 16th. And that day, Dr. Martin, our guidance counselor, she has poured into this day. We have mock interviews set up. We have people coming to help students with finish their college essays. People from the community coming in, like I said, just going over some interview skills, what to wear, how to approach somebody, good handshakes, eye contact, all those things.
I think we do a lot of great things. We do a lot of great things for our seniors, but I have to say, I think this is one of the best things that we do to prepare them that they will see dividends from almost immediately. It's good life skills, but I feel like we're arming them even more, not just with the knowledge that they've gained, but we're arming them with what they need to get into college and to be successful when they get there.
Yes, and so it's just a fun time. And so October 16th, our students are going to take over the Student Center. We're going to be catering lunch for them. We really treat them like adults, and we expect them to act accordingly, and of course they always do. And they just get it done that day. You know, they're learning how to log into FAFSA. They're doing all of those things. We have parents, if they want to come in, they can drop by, set up appointments to talk to different people. It's just a great time for our students. And like I said, it's just that beginning process of this application season, but we really kick it off right in October.
I love it. I love it. It's a great thing.
Yeah, and you know, college prep is
Right, it's who we are.
It's who we are.
And when you walk into our K-3 building, it says college begins in kindergarten, and we believe that.
Absolutely, and our statistics show it. Our graduating class last year, over 86% of our students were attending either a 4-year or a 2-year university, so we just want to continue to encourage that college experience and that college probability that our students can continue moving on for sure.
My favorite thing, and I know we have other things to talk about, but my favorite thing is when the students come back to us after they've gone to college and they say that they were ready. I remember one young lady came back and said the girls on her hall were crying because of the course load and the work, and she said it was just like another day at school. So I love when they say that they're ready. That makes me feel like we've done our job.
Yes, it is very fulfilling for sure, and inspiring to see them doing good things. And now that we've had several graduates, and it's just awesome. It's just an awesome place to be, and awesome to watch these students grow and see how they continue on. And you know, over 90-something% of our students graduate having had some college credit before graduation, and that's a great statistic. And so the fact that they've done a little bit of that college while at Pinnacle has really helped prepare them be successful when they actually go off to school. So we're very excited and proud of that.
We also had a visitor.
Yes.
Recently.
We've had several visits.
That's true.
Yep,
That's true.
Several visits recently. One of them is Mr. Joel Fabian, and he is a Holocaust survivor, and he came and talked to our 12th grade students in rhetoric class. We were so delighted to have him. That is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The chances of being able to speak to somebody who has lived through something so horrific and to just glean the information from him was just amazing. Our students were hanging on to his every word.
Eating out of his hands, which was so wonderful to see.
And I think he liked sharing with our students some of the things that he experienced, even though it's not fun to talk about. It's a very tough topic. It's real, and it just gives them a different perspective. Being able, they've read books, they've seen things, videos or what have you. They've had lectures in class, but being able to have somebody who's experienced something such as that come in and speak to our students, even for just a brief time, is just an amazing opportunity for them. And we are so delightful and thankful that he and his family were able to attend and give us just a glimpse of what he had to endure during that time.
An honor to be part of that.
For sure. Another thing that we've just kind of been doing, and speaking of different books that we're reading, so our 12th grade has been studying A Man's Search for Meaning, and then in our 9th and 10th grade classes, we're reading the Iliad. You know, it's all about that classical curriculum at Pinnacle, and this is one of those great texts that our students have been looking at. 11th grade, they've been studying the Scarlet Letter. We are so fortunate to have amazing teachers really delve into some hard literature and text and take our students on a journey with them. It's just a delight to watch in the classroom, and just something that I'm proud to be a part of.
And it's great to hear those student conversations about it. When they're really processing and diving into the information, they're with the teachers, and to hear them, the classroom discussions are great to be a part of as well. They do very well with that, and that is very much a part of who we are. And I'm sure that that is very different than others may think, but that is what Pinnacle is, and that is, we're not ashamed to say that, and we're proud to be part of that.
Like Miss Worthen was saying earlier, you know, we have a tough curriculum, but it is so rich and rewarding. It's nice to be there to see those college applications and see the other end of it, and to watch them in that curriculum struggle through and really grow their thinking. So
let's brag on some kids.
Okay, let's. Joseph Kistler. He is a senior this year, and we are so proud of him. He has been, or he was able to play in Philadelphia at the Philadelphia International Music Festival.
That is, I don't have the outstanding, wonderful, fabulous.
So Joseph has
chance of a lifetime.
Right. He has been playing at Gardner-Webb some, of course, in our band. He has been playing in our band. He's played at Gardner-Webb, and then was able to go 2 weeks and play in Philadelphia at a music festival there. We are so proud of Joseph, and that accomplishment is just amazing. And again, that goes back to that just well-rounded curriculum.
That's right.
We're incorporating music in our classes and hard pieces so that he can play those hard pieces when he's going to these festivals and things like that. And it speaks so highly of our teachers. Again,
That's what
Miss
I was getting
Owens.
ready to say. And our teachers are right there just pushing them as hard and as far as they can push them. What a wonderful opportunity for her to bring to him.
I know. Miss Owens is so dedicated. She spends so many hours in the classroom, outside of the classroom, preparing those students. And this is just...
At games.
At games. She's
there.
everywhere. That's right. And this is just one of those nuggets where you just really get to shine. And Joseph was able to shine and show his talent, you know, that he has.
Thank you for watching this segment of Dare to Soar. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well,
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
Welcome back to Dare to Soar. I'm Jeff Ziegler, Dean of Academics. I'm joined by Mr. Brandon Gosey, our athletic director. As a classical school, Pinnacle Classical Academy introduces our students to rich literary texts that have stood the test of time. 2 of the authors our high school students read are Sophocles and the anonymous author of Beowulf. Sophocles, a Greek writer of dramas, was born around 496 BC and died in 406 BC. He was one of ancient Greece's three greatest ancient writers of tragedies, along with Aeschylus and Euripides, whom our students also read. During his 90 years of life, Sophocles wrote 123 plays. Our students read his three most famous plays, Oedipus Rex, Oedipus at Colonus, and Antigone. Aristotle believed that Oedipus Rex, also known as Oedipus the King, was the greatest tragedy ever written. It tells the tale of a basically good ruler who becomes arrogant and in the process learns an unimaginably disturbing truth about himself and his family. In Oedipus at Colonus, the tragic figure of Oedipus deals with family conflict, but in the end becomes a beloved figure. Sophocles believed that people could pass through sufferings and be transformed. In Antigone, Oedipus's daughter is forbidden by the ruler Creon to bury her brother, an act she believes she has a moral responsibility to do. The conflict between an individual citizen and an overreaching ruler has resonated throughout history. The epic poem Beowulf was written in Old English over 1,000 years after Sophocles in the 8th century AD. The author of Beowulf was an anonymous scope, or singer and storyteller, who sometimes stayed in royal courts but sometimes wandered from place to place. In Beowulf, Grendel, an evil monster who can't stand laughter, feasting, and joy, starts attacking a royal banquet hall. A young Beowulf comes to the rescue from afar. The action ends 50 years later when an old Beowulf names Wiglaf as his successor. Authors like Sophocles and works like Beowulf have stood the test of time and have been read by generation after generation. At Pinnacle Classical Academy, we feel we're like track runners who have received a baton, a great heritage of world and American literature and history, and we take joy in passing on the baton to the next generation. And now to Mr. Gossi.
Thank you, Mr. Ziegler. My name is Brandon Gossi, the athletic director here at Pinnacle Classical Academy, and what a nice transition talking about Beowulf and passing the baton on to the athletic department. We'd like to take just a couple of minutes and recognize our 2024-2025 PCA business sponsors. Collectively, this group of businesses have donated currently over $13,000 worth of monies that can go towards our athletic department and help us advance our program. Those companies are Clary Construction Concepts, Arthur Services Incorporated, Shelby Dental Care Center, Westmoreland Printers, Caldwell Appraisals, Stephen Ray from Farm Bureau, Norris Merchandise, Christy Ray Fitness, Shelby Alarm Company, ABT Tax Services, Rejuvator Primary Care, and Hoke Enterprises. If you are watching today and you are a local business owner and interested in partnering with PCA Athletics, we welcome you to reach out to us at the school, reach out to me personally, and we'd be happy to get your business name and banner on our baseball field fence, on our gym wall coming up, or our soccer field as well. We are beyond blessed and thankful for the businesses that have partnered with us, and we would love to partner with you as well. We've had a lot going on, Mr. Ziegler, with athletics over the last few weeks. Our volleyball teams are playing up a storm, cross country's running, feels like every Saturday somewhere. And then our soccer team, but both our middle school and our varsity team both are competing well. We recently just had what we called our version of Friday Night Lights. Pinnacle doesn't have a football team, but we do have lots of sport opportunities for kids to get involved. And so we create that Friday night experience for some of our students by hosting some of our fall sports in the evening. And so we had a great turnout, large crowd, a lot of the student body come out and enjoyed watching our soccer teams play under the lights. And so that's something Pinnacle is very blessed to have. A lot of lighting on our soccer field and our baseball field where we can have some of those evening and nighttime events to bring out the students and give them something additional to do besides the classroom, and so we had a great time with that. We are approaching the construction of our gym. The lights are going up, the floors are getting done. We recently just had our basketball tryouts. We're planning to offer middle school, varsity, and JV teams for all, both male and female this year. So we are excited about getting seems like we're still in fall, but we're already preparing for the winter. So if you're interested in swim or archery or cheer or basketball, even pep band, we've got a lot of opportunities for students to get involved both fall, winter, and spring. And we'll be talking more about the spring sports coming up in the next few months. But right now, we're just having fun and looking forward to seeing everybody at a game soon.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gosi. That's all for today's edition of Dare to Soar. For more information about Pinnacle Classical Academy, recognized by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best elementary, best middle, and best high schools in the nation, please visit www.pinnacleclassicalacademy.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.